Sooner or later, they're going to have to really realize, like, hold on, dog.
We just got to see what we got in the locker room.
And then this is another thing.
I know Njoku's mad. I know Jerry Judy's upset. I know Tillman is upset. Keon Junkins, listen, he having a day.
Allow.
Right now.
Say?
Right now. Start him now. Stop it. Stop, enough.
Cam Newton has rung the bell. In a recent statement, he shed some light on the tension inside the Cleveland Browns locker room. According to Newton, Stefanski's refusal to move away from Dillon Gabriel is causing a rift among the players. He argues that the coach's stubbornness might just be the reason he's losing the locker room. And it's not just Newton saying this. Insiders and analysts alike are picking up on the same sentiment. With players like Njoku, Cedric, and Judy reportedly voicing their frustrations, it seems clear that they've had enough of the situation. But despite all of this, Stefanski's commitment to sticking with Gabriel remains unchanged. If this trend continues, analysts predict that Stefanski could very well find himself out of the job, unable to keep the Browns' locker room intact. Let's dive deeper into what's happening in Cleveland right now.
But while having grace, big dog, you're losing games. And tick, 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 tick. You're on a clock. And even though that's the ticking time of a clock, it can also be the ticking time of a bomb.
Cam Newton didn't hold back when he doubled down on Stefanski, emphasizing that while the coach may be trying to give Dillon Gabriel another chance, he's overlooking a critical point. The pressure is mounting. Newton reminded Stefanski that the situation is like a ticking time bomb. The Browns are losing games, and the players are growing increasingly frustrated. He warned that if Stefanski makes the same mistake again by sticking with Dillon, that bomb could go off, and team management might have no choice but to let him go. The stakes have never been higher for Stefanski. Cam Newton pointed out that Kevin Stefanski might not fully realize the danger he's in. He stressed that as the locker room grows more vocal in their frustration, Stefanski needs to make the right call for the upcoming game. If he makes another wrong decision, the pressure on him will only increase, and players who have been subtle in their criticism so far may start taking direct shots at him in public. The clock is ticking, and the margin for error is shrinking fast.
Be very mindful of the games that you play. I understand the tactic and I understand the protocol. But ladies and gentlemen, Coach Stefanski, that time is ticking for you to have to make a decision.
Cam Newton's words seem to be holding weight, especially after the heartbreaking loss to the Patriots. After the game, star defensive end Myles Garrett took the press conference by storm, making it clear that he's had enough of the situation. In a blunt and unfiltered statement, Garrett didn't hold back, expressing his frustration with the ongoing issues. He stated outright that he no longer cares about Kevin Stefanski's stance and is fed up with the constant excuses surrounding the quarterback position. For Garrett, it's straightforward. He just wants to win. However, despite his own exceptional performances, the team's offensive struggles are making that goal seem increasingly out of reach. He's putting in the effort, but it feels like it's all for nothing.
I'm frustrated. I want to win. I don't care how much time is on the clock. They got their starters in. There's a chance we can win. I want to be a part of that. I don't care how dire the situation looks. I'm want to try to make something happen. So I hate coming out of those situations. I hate, that kind of inevitability and not being able to do anything about it, because I want to win and I'll do anything.
Myles Garrett's frustration with Dillon Gabriel and Stefanski is completely justified. Garrett delivered one of the finest performances of his career, racking up 5 sacks, 2 of which were crucial in stopping potential touchdowns that could have made the score even worse. His frustration is understandable. He's giving everything on the field, but his efforts feel wasted when Dillon can't make the throws needed to keep the team in the game. It's a difficult position for Garrett, who continues to excel individually while watching his teammates struggle due to the quarterback's inability to perform at the level required. On the other hand, Ocho didn't hold back in his criticism of Stefanski either, arguing that the coach isn't just keeping Shedeur-Sanders off the field, but is also causing division within the locker room. Ocho made it clear that Stefanski is not giving the team a real shot at success. While he was careful not to focus solely on Dillon Gabriel's performance, he did highlight one key issue. Gabriel simply isn't able to make the deep throws needed to stretch the field. According to Ocho, for the team to have any chance of winning, they need someone like Shedeur-Sanders, who can make those critical deep passes that are essential for opening up the game.
In a minute, Stefanski's gonna lose the locker room. He's gonna lose the locker room because he's not even giving his team a chance. Not only not giving them a chance, but not giving us a spark. You have a quarterback in Dillon Gabriel. Listen, he's okay. I don't like talking about people, but I'm just gonna call it how I see it because I watched the last 8-9 weeks in the last few games that he's played. For one, he's missed the check down. He can't throw outside. He ain't pushing the ball down the field. He can't throw down the field, and he can't throw it outside the numbers. So it doesn't allow you to do as much as you want to do offensively.
Ocho didn't stop there, making it clear that the locker room is turning against Stefanski. He pointed out that the issues with Dillon Gabriel are glaringly obvious to everyone, especially within the team. Ocho emphasized that the players, particularly the wide receivers, are frustrated with Dillon's performance. Njoku, Judy, and even Tillman are struggling with Dillon at the helm of the offense, and according to Ocho, this is a clear indication that Dillon's time with the Browns is running out, unless Stefanski makes a move to salvage the situation, which may only delay the inevitable. Ocho warned that if Stefanski continues down this path, it could eventually cost him his job with the team.
I know Njoku's mad. I know Jerry Judy's upset. I know Tillman is upset. Keon Junkins, listen, he having a day.
Johnny Manziel, the former Browns quarterback, has also weighed in with a passionate statement, insisting that it's time for a change. He's openly criticizing his former team, the coach, and the current quarterback situation, declaring that Dillon Gabriel's time is up. Manziel has had enough of the back and forth and is calling for Shedeur-Sanders to take over as the starting quarterback. He's confident in Sanders' ability, stating there's no question about his readiness to step up. Manziel didn't stop there, also taking aim at Coach Stefanski, making it clear that if Dillon Gabriel continues to falter, Shedeur-Sanders deserves his chance. No more waiting, no more excuses. It's time for a change that could fundamentally alter the team's future.
Right
What'd that
now.
say?
Right now. Start him now. Stop it. Stop. Enough.
As more voices weigh in on Stefanski's decisions and the team's future, the blame is increasingly being placed on both Stefanski and Dillon Gabriel. In the most recent game against the Patriots, Dillon started off strong, but when the pressure mounted, he made a crucial mistake. Instead of playing it safe and maintaining possession, he went for a risky throw that backfired. Take one of the interceptions, for example. Dillon had plenty of time and could have opted for a simpler, safer pass to a nearby receiver. But instead, he forced a long pass to Judy, well past the line of scrimmage, with a defender closing in fast. The ball hung in the air for too long, allowing the defender to easily intercept it, shifting the momentum in favor of the Patriots. Plays like these clearly highlight that Dillon Gabriel isn't the right fit for the Browns, a team built around explosive wide receivers who need a quarterback capable of making precise, deep throws. Dillon simply doesn't have the ability to execute those throws, leaving the playmakers unable to perform at their best. With the team's future now hanging in the balance, all attention is on Stefanski. The pressure is mounting for him to make the right call and start Shedeur-Sanders before it's too late. If Stefanski continues to overlook the problem, the Browns' season could quickly unravel, and the repercussions for both him and the team could be dire. All of this debate ultimately points to one undeniable conclusion. The Browns have had enough of Stefanski, and most notably, the players are growing increasingly frustrated with him. The mounting criticisms from former players like Cam Newton, Ocho, Myles Garrett, and even Johnny Manziel all underline the same core issue. Kevin Stefanski's stubbornness and failure to make the right decisions are costing the team both on and off the field. The frustration within the locker room is palpable, with key players like Garrett, Njoku, Judy, and Tillman clearly discontent with the ongoing quarterback situation. Dillon Gabriel's inability to deliver the necessary deep throws is holding back the offense, and the ripple effect is being felt throughout the team. While Stefanski continues to defend his choice to stick with Gabriel, the reality is that the players have begun to lose confidence in both him and their quarterback. When a team's star defensive player, like Garrett, speaks out about the situation, it signals a breakdown in team cohesion and morale. The pressure for Stefanski to make the right decision has never been greater. His reluctance to make a change, despite all the signs pointing to the need for it, risks the Browns' season spiraling into chaos. The calls for Shedeur-Sanders to take the starting role grow louder, and it seems like the locker room is ready for change, whether Stefanski is or not. If Stefanski continues down this path, not only could it cost him his job, but it could also mark the beginning of a failed season for the Browns. All these voices and criticisms suggest one clear thing. The Browns and their players have had enough of Stefanski. The time for change is now. What do you think, Browns fans? Is Kevin Stefanski's time up as head coach? Can Dillon Gabriel still turn things around? Or is it time for a change at quarterback? How much longer can the locker room stay united if these issues persist? Do you believe Shedeur-Sanders is the answer? Or are there other options the team should consider? With the pressure mounting, what's the best move for the Browns moving forward? Share your thoughts. Where do you stand on this critical moment in the team's future?